Chosen ones, God is pleading with you. Don't dismiss this message. His voice is breaking through the clutter of your life, crying out for you to listen to what He has in store for you. This isn't just another second. It's a divine meeting, a holy whisper from the Creator Himself, beckoning you into a reality so potent it will redefine your whole life. Your heart knows it already, doesn't it? That tug, that glimmer of realization that something historic is in store. Stop for a moment, breathe, and allow this reality to sink in. God has called you for a mission so divine that it transcends the boundaries of this world. At the moment, I want you to do one thing easy but significant. Press that like button. Subscribe to become part of thousands of selected one spirits and comment with the number 07. That number holds spiritual energy, a message to the universe that you're prepared to accept what God has in store. Don't do this as a matter of form. It's a statement of your belief. You've weathered storms that would have broken others. Consider it. Those times when life weighed so heavily on you that you felt you couldn't stand. Perhaps it was a loss that had left you empty. A betrayal that wounded deeply. Or a dream that seemed to slip away from your fingers. And still you find yourself standing, still you draw breath, still you hold a light that refuses to be extinguished. That's not by accident. God's hand is on you, leading you through each valley, each shadow. Psalm 23 verse 4 declares, "Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me." You're not just surviving. You're doing better than you could even begin to realize. The world would have you believe you're average, that your struggles define you, that your past is your future. But God is speaking something else. He's pleading with you to look at yourself like He does. A chosen one destined for greatness, called to shine His light into the places others are afraid to go. Your life is not a series of happenstance events. It's a tapestry woven with divine design. Every scar, every tear, each win has been preparing you for this moment. Don't dismiss this. God is inviting you to enter a new day. One where the burden of yesterday is lifted and tomorrow's promise glows with radiance. Let's discuss what's ahead. God is not merely giving you a better day. He's giving you a transformation that impacts every area of your life. Imagine that. Your heart once burdened with anxiety, now peaceful. Your mind once uncertain with doubt, now certain with direction. Your body, once fatigued with drudgery, now alive with vitality. This is no fairy tale. It's a promise. Malachi 3 verse 10 tells of God opening the floodgates of heaven, spilling out blessings so plentiful you won't have space to hold them. That's what awaits you, chosen one, if you don't look away. Now I'm going to pose the question to you once more. Leave a comment with 777. It's a holy act, a gesture to say, "I'm here, God. I'm listening." Don't merely watch this, step into it. Make the heavens aware that you're prepared for what comes next. You may be curious as to why this message seems so imperative. It's because God knows what you don't yet know. He knows the doors that are soon to open, the opportunities that are being lined up, the miracles that are already in the making. But the thing is this. You gotta decide to walk through those doors. God's pleading with you not to shut your eyes because He knows what delays cost. Imagine Moses on the bank of the Red Sea, staff in hand as an army approaches, he might have stood there, hesitant, uncertain, turned back. But he listened to God's voice and the sea parted. Your Red Sea moment is now. Don't let fear or distraction hold you back. The enemy will seek to make you question this. That's what darkness does. It murmurs half-truths, telling you you're not sufficient. That this message isn't yours. That God's promises are reserved for somebody else. But Isaiah 54 through Jupins declares, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Those lies don't have power over you unless you give them power. You're not just another face in the sea. You're God's own chosen one. Specifically picked for a purpose that only you can complete. The devil's strategy may suffice with others, but it disintegrates in the presence of your faith. Let's discuss the fire within you. You've experienced it, right? That impatient energy, that feeling that you were created for something greater. It's more than a sensation. It's God's Spirit awakening within you, urging you to stand up. Consider David, a shepherd boy who stood before a giant with only a sling and a stone. The world saw weakness, but God saw a king. What the world describes as small, God describes as mighty. That fire within you is His anointing, and it's growing every day. Don't dismiss it. Nurture it with faith. With action, with trust in His plan. If you're still with me, I know you feel this truth. Comment 777 again. Make it your stake in the ground. I'm not ignoring this, God. I'm ready. Your life is going to change in ways you cannot even dream of. Imagine a river, firm and unyielding, cutting a new road through rock. That's God's blessing pouring into your life, recasting what once seemed fixed. Your finances, once a source of anxiety, will be brimming with provision. Your relationships, once strained, will mend with divine love. Your health, once fragile, will pulse with new strength. This isn't wishful thinking. It's God's promise. Deuteronomy 8 verse 18 says, "It is He who gives you the power to generate wealth." Your success is not chance. It is God's covenant with you. But this turnaround is not solely for you. God is pleading with you to listen because your blessing is designed to radiate outward. Imagine Joseph sold into slavery, thrown into prison, forgotten, but God exalted him to deliver nations. Your destiny, as His, is not merely your own triumph. It is about the lives you will impact, the hope you will impart, the light you will carry. When you move into God's plan, you become a light, demonstrating to others what is possible. When you trust Him, don't miss this moment. God's voice is clear. This is your moment. The difficulty that you went through was not intended to destroy you. It was intended to make you. Every tear has nurtured the soil for the harvest that is arriving. Every failure has made your faith more powerful for the breakthrough to come. Romans 8 verse 28 assures us, "All things work together for good to those who love God, who are called according to His purpose." You are called. You are chosen. And God is pleading with you not to walk away from what He's prepared. One final time, comment 777. Let it seal your devotion to this moment from God. And if this message is waking up your soul, give it a like and subscribe to be a part of thousands of chosen one souls on the journey together. Let's discuss the burdens you've been carrying. You know what I'm talking about. Those weighty things you've been carrying around for years. Possibly decades. The fears that creep into your dreams at night. The doubts that linger in quiet moments, the pain you've buried deep. God sees it all and He's saying enough. He's begging you to let go, to hand it over to Him. Matthew 11 verse 28 says, "Come to me all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." This isn't just a nice verse. It's a divine invitation to lay down what's been crushing you and step into freedom. You may believe you are not ready, that you are not worthy, that you have blown it too many times. But God doesn't select on the basis of perfection. He selects on the basis of purpose. Consider Peter, who denied Jesus 3 times, but was the rock upon which the church was founded. Your sin doesn't disqualify you, it prepares you. God's pleading with you to realize your past is not a chain. It's a stepping stone to your destiny. Now envision this. A life where you wake up every morning knowing you're in the right place. No more second guessing. No more questioning if you're enough. You stroll with a confidence that comes not from you, but from the God who selected you. Your presence changes rooms. Your words matter. Your life is a living testament. That's what God is providing. A change so total that it reaches every aspect of your life. The devil wants you to dismiss this. He wants you preoccupied, scrolling by, too engaged to hear. But God's voice is more resounding. More powerful, more insistent. He's pleading with you because He knows the stakes. Your calling isn't about you. It's about the generations you will affect. The lives you'll touch, the shadows you'll reclaim. Consider Esther, a woman who might have remained quiet but instead risked it all for her people. Her strength redeemed a nation. Your strength, your decision to listen, will ignite a legacy. You stand at a fork in the road today. One road to the same old habits, fear, uncertainty, indecision. The second leads to a life of sacred destiny where every step is directed, every desire is answered, every dream becomes a possibility. God's begging you to follow the second path. He's not looking for perfection. He's looking for your yes. Say it now in your heart, in your spirit. Yes, God. I'm listening. I'm ready. This message isn't an accident. You didn't see this video by chance. God set this moment, this union, this flash of reality. He has been leading you for all these years, molding you with each adversity, each happiness, each whispered prayer. Now He's telling you, don't overlook this. Your time is now. Jeremiah 29:11 states, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." That tomorrow begins today, chosen one, if you will hear. I want to tell you about the miracles that await you. They are not very far away, not some vague fantasy. They are near. So near you can almost touch them. Imagine a door, solid and old, inscribed with promises that only God could make. It is beginning to open, light flooding through, calling your. That door opens into financial miracles, healed relationships, mended wounds, and dead dreams resurrected. God is pleading with you not to pass by it. He's standing there holding it open for you, praying that you'll come through. You may have felt like waiting for an eternity, like God's overlooked you, but he hasn't. Each delay has been a preparation. Consider Daniel, who prayed and waited, unaware that angels were fighting in the heavens to deliver his response. Your response is on its way, chosen one, and it's greater than you can envision. God's timing is precise, and He's pleading with you to trust it, to hold fast, to not release the faith that has sustained you up until now. Your light is a threat to darkness. That is why the enemy struggles so much to keep you distracted, to keep you in doubt. You're more powerful than you realize. You are not merely an individual. You are a force, a vessel for God's power, a beacon of His love. When you enter a room, the room changes. When you speak, hearts listen. When you pray, mountains move. God is calling you to see this, to accept this, to live this to the fullest. The world needs you, not tomorrow or next year, but now. There are individuals waiting for the hope that you bear, the love that you shine, the strength that you possess. God has chosen you to be His hands, His voice, His light in a desiring world. Don't miss this call. Take a step into it with courage, with faith, with the assurance that God is always with you step by step. You're not alone here, thousands of chosen ones are watching this, having the same stir in their spirit, yes to the same call. Give it a like. Subscribe to stand with them and let's journey this together. God is asking you to join this movement to be part of something greater than you. Let's discuss the price of turning away from this. You risk remaining trapped in the same patterns if you turn away. If you allow fear to win. Fear, lack, frustration. God is not threatening you. He's asking you because He loves you too much to accept less than His best. Imagine Jonah, who fled from the call of God and found himself in the belly of a whale. Your whale may not be physical, but it's real, those moments of remorse, of what if. Don't make that your story. Instead, decide on faith. Decide on trust. Decide on the God who has never failed you. He's pleading with you because He sees the masterpiece you're creating, the legacy you're establishing, the glory you're entering. Your life is a painting and God is creating something magnificent. Don't leave before the picture is finished. Now, close your eyes for just a moment. Experience God's presence embracing you like a soothing wind on a chilly day. Listen to His voice, His soft but insistent voice, telling you, this is for you. Don't dismiss it. Your heart knows that this is true. Your spirit feels the power of this moment. You're not merely watching a video. You're at the threshold of a spiritual shift. Move forward. Speak yes. Let God do what only He can do. Your transformation is not all about you. It's about the world you will transform. Think of the lives you'll touch when you walk in your purpose completely. The stranger who finds hope through your kindness. The friend who finds faith through your courage. The family who's blessed through your obedience. God is begging you to see this, to believe this, to live this. The enemy will attempt one last time to draw you back. He'll tell you that this is too good to be true, that you're not ready, that you failed too many times. But God's voice is louder. He's declaring, you are mine. You are enough. You are chosen. Let that truth silence the lies. Let it ground you. Let it move you forward. You've walked through the fire, chosen one. But you're not scarred. You're purified. Each test has only strengthened you. Each hurt has only made you smarter. Now God's pleading with you to accept the win He's already gotten for you. Romans 8 verse 37 reminds us, we are more than conquerors through Him who loved us. That's not a promise. That's your reality if you'll accept it. Imagine yourself in a year. The weights you carry now are lifted. The fears that plague you are muted. You're walking in peace, in purpose, in power. That's what God's providing. That's why He's pleading with you not to dismiss this. Your future is calling and it's greater than you can envision. With every step you take from this time on, you're stepping into God's plan. He's paved the way, cleared the path, opened the doors. Now all He needs is your yes. Say it in your heart, in your actions, in your faith. Show the world what comes when a chosen one answers God's call. Your life is a testimony, chosen one. With every second you opt for faith over fear. Trust over doubt, God's plan over the world's noise, you're writing a story that will resonate for generations to come. God's urging you to keep writing, to keep trusting, to keep shining. Don't dismiss this. Your destiny's too important, your light too bright, your purpose too divine. The miracles you prayed for are nearer than you might imagine. The miracles you've yearned for are in the works. God's pleading with you to hold on, to trust, to step into the abundance He's set in place. Psalm 37 verse 4 speaks of, "Delight yourself in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart." Your desires aren't too big for God. They're His dreams for you, waiting to come alive. You're not just a person watching a video. You're a chosen one handpicked by God, called to a purpose that shakes the heavens and the earth. Don't ignore this. Step into it. Claim it. Live it. God's pleading with you because He sees the future. A life so rich, so alive, so blessed, it'll leave you breathless. Let's stop here for a minute. Sit in the realization of this truth. You're not here by chance. God's voice is distinct. His call is unrelenting. His love is unshakable. He's pleading with you because you're His masterpiece, His warrior, His light. Don't turn away. Say yes and watch what He does. Chosen ones, God's call is sounding in your heart at this moment, insistent and indomitable. He's begging you to recognize the way He's made for you alone. A way not of conflict, but of divine correspondence. You felt the burden of the world, haven't you? The constant requests, the necessity to conform, the voices telling you to settle for anything. But God's voice rises above it all, reminding us, you were made for more. Don't ignore this. Your life is no accident. It's a divine design, and He's pleading with you to step into the abundance of what He's designed. Let's discuss the chains you've been carrying. Not the obvious ones, but the intangible ones. Guilt over past sins. Fear of not succeeding. The constant nag in your mind that you're not good enough. God sees each link, each burden, and He's calling you to release them. Isaiah 61 verse 1 states, "He has sent me to bind up the broken-hearted, to proclaim freedom for the captives." That liberty is yours, chosen one, if you'll take it. God's pleading with you to let go of what's held you back, to emerge from the shadows and into his light. You've watched others surrender, haven't you? People who let fear prevail, people who traded their dreams for ease, people who muted their inner fire to fit in. But you're not like them. You've never been like them. There's a fire in you that will not go out. A power that will not falter when all else fails. Consider Ruth, who left all that was familiar, her home, her people, her security, to obey God's call. She had no idea what would happen. But she trusted. And God took her obedience and made it a heritage that rewrote history. Your obedience, your yes, will do the same thing. The world will seek to draw you back. It always does. It'll provide distractions, constant notifications, uncertainties masquerading as logic, peer pressures. But God is pleading with you to remain vigilant. His design for you isn't influenced by the din. It's steady, sure, eternal. Philippians 1 verse 6 guarantees. He who started a good work in you will continue it unto completion. Your narrative isn't half told or lost its trajectory. And God's plea with you to just keep walking, to not back away from the work of art He's painting. Imagine a seed planted in dark earth. It's buried, pushed down, covered in dirt. But within, it's alive, moving towards the top, pushing through to light. That's you, chosen one. Your struggles, your secret times, your inner warfare. They've been building you up to push through. God's pleading with you to trust the process, believing that the light is coming. Each second you were buried was a second of growth, of roots plunging deep, of building up for the coming harvest. The enemy recognizes your strength. That's why he struggles so to keep you sidetracked, to keep you questioning. He watches the light you bear, the destiny you are coming into. And he is afraid. But you are not alone. God's Spirit is within you, about you. For you. Ephesians 6 verse 12 teaches us, our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the forces of this evil world. God's pleading with you to hold your ground, to grab the armor of faith, to understand no power can extinguish the flame He's lit in you. You've got a purpose that's greater than you know. It's not about your life alone. It's about the lives you'll change, the hope you'll bring, the revolution you'll spark. Remember Nehemiah, who constructed a shattered city in the face of impossible odds. He wasn't a king or a warrior, simply a man who heard the call of God, and responded, yes. Your yes can fix what's broken, chosen one. Your yes can change destinies, heal hearts, replace what's been taken away. God's pleading with you to believe this, to see this, to respond on it. Right now, I need you to stop and do something brave. Comment 777 below. It's a holy number. A message to the heavens that you're hearing, that you're willing. Then hit that like button and subscribe to become a part of thousands of chosen one souls standing together. This is not simply a video, it's a movement and God's calling you to be a part of it. Let's discuss the doors, God's opening. They're not just doors. They're gateways to a life you've only ever dreamed of. One will open to peace that stabilizes your heart during any storm. Another will open to provision that overflows. Needs you haven't even said. Another still connects to purpose, a definition that makes each step feel right. Revelation 3 verse 8 states, I have placed before you an open door that no one can shut. God's pleading with you to walk through, to have faith that what's waiting on the other side is precisely what you've been praying for. You may feel that you are not prepared, that you need more time, more power, more solutions. But God is not expecting you to be ready. He is expecting you to be willing. Consider Gideon, cowering in a wine vat, believing he was the smallest of his clan. Yet God labeled him a great warrior and gave him the power to rescue a nation. Your frailties don't intimidate God there where His power is at its peak. He's pleading with you to trust Him, to venture forth, to allow His power to work in you. The world will urge you to be safe, to play it by the numbers, to take the sure thing. But God's summons is different. It's daring, untamed, unexplored. He's asking you to depart from what's known, to venture into the unknown, to have faith that He's already preceded you. Consider Abraham, instructed to depart from home for a land he'd never known. He had no map, only a promise. And it took him to become the father of nations. Your promise is as true, chosen one. And God's pleading with you to act on it. Your heart's been stirring, hasn't it? That quiet urging, that sense that something more is out there. That's the voice of God begging you to listen. He's not yelling. He doesn't have to. His whisper is louder than the world's din, deeper than your fears, clearer than your doubts. Psalm 46:10 reminds us, "Be still and know that I am God." In the quiet, you'll hear Him. In the stillness, you'll find Him. Don't dismiss this chosen one. God's asking you to take a time out, to listen, to allow His truth to ground you. You're bearing a light that can't be ignored by the world. It's quiet, not flashy. It's consistent, warm, undeniable. People sense it when you're near. They can see it in your eyes, hear it in your words. Feel it in your presence. That light isn't yours. It's God's shining through you. Matthew 5 verse 16 teaches us to let your light shine before others that they might see your good works and praise your Father who is in heaven. God's asking you to make it shine, not hide it. Don't quench it for anyone. The devil will ask you to get small. He'll say your light's too bright, that you're being too bold, that you need to keep small. But God is saying the opposite. He's begging you to stand tall, let your light shine bright, show everybody what a chosen one looks like. Use Daniel in the lion's den as an example. His faith didn't only save him. It transformed a king, changed a nation, praised God. Your faith can do the same, chosen one, if you don't look away. You have walked in seasons of waiting, haven't you? Seasons where it seemed nothing was happening, where God was quiet. But those seasons were not for nothing. They were holy. Each moment of waiting was God molding you, sharpening you, getting you ready for what's ahead. Isaiah 40:31 declares, "Those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles." Your wings are ready, chosen one. God's begging you to spread them, to soar, to trust that He's lifting you higher. Let's discuss the legacy you're creating. Not only for you, but for those who come after you. Your obedience today, your yes to God's call will reverberate through generations. Consider Hannah who prayed for a son and returned him to God. Her faith gave birth to Samuel, a prophet who altered Israel's history. Your faith is giving birth to something just as mighty, a legacy of hope, of courage, of divine purpose. God's pleading with you to look, to understand that your existence is much bigger than what you can perceive. The world is watching. Chosen one. Not only the people around you, but the heavens, the angels, the forces of light and darkness. Your decisions create waves in realms you cannot fathom. Hebrews 12 verse 1 tells us, we are surrounded by a great cloud of witnesses. They're cheering you on, encouraging you to run this race, to not refuse God's call. He's begging you because your triumph isn't all yours, it's theirs. It's the world's. It's His. You may feel insignificant at times, like your life is nothing in the big picture, but that's a deception. God's pleading with you to know the truth. You're a cornerstone, a piece of the puzzle in His eternal design. Consider Mary, a teenage girl from a nowhere town, selected to bear the Savior. Her yes changed the world. Your yes can do the same. Chosen one. Don't dismiss this. God's calling you to something greater, something that lasts, something you alone can accomplish. Your heart knows this to be true. You feel it in the still times, in the prayers you've prayed, in the dreams that refuse to release. God's urging you to have faith in that sensation, to move towards it, to let it lead you. Psalm 37 verse 5 reminds us, commit your way to the Lord. Trust in Him and He will act. He's ready to act, chosen one. He's waiting for your commitment, your trust, your yes. Don't turn away. Step into the divine destiny He's prepared for you. Chosen ones, God's voice is echoing in your spirit. A relentless call that pierces through the chaos of your days. He's imploring you to see the divine fire He's put into you. A flame that no tempest can quench. You've sensed it, haven't you? That stillness of mind, that unmovable assurance that you are meant for something bigger. This is no momentary consideration. It's God Himself begging you to hear this calling He's knit into your own life. Do not discount this. Your life is a holy assignment and He's calling you to boldly enter it. Let's discuss the fights you fought quietly. The ones no one notices. The sleepless nights when you wrestled with uncertainty. The seconds you bore suffering no one could put into words. The times you rose up when every fiber within you wanted to fall down. Those weren't mere battles. Those were heavenly training fields. God was shaping you, honing you, shaping you for a purpose only you can bring to pass. 2 Corinthians 4 verses 8 to 9 reveals, we are hard-pressed on every side but not crushed. Perplexed but not in despair. Persecuted but not abandoned, you're still standing here, chosen one, because God's hand has never left yours. The world would have you believe your tale is small, that your life is merely a series of disconnected moments. But God's asking you to believe the truth. Every step you've made has been led. Every tear, every victory, every secret prayer has been moving toward this hour. Remember Noah, ridiculed for constructing an ark in a wasteland. But he was obedient to the call of God. His obedience rescued his family and revolutionized the world. Your obedience, your faith is equally as strong. God calling on you to have faith in Him, to continue constructing even when the world doesn't see yet. I have something holy that I need you to do. Comment 777 below. It's a statement, a message to the heavens that you're ready to heed God's call. Then click on that like button and subscribe to be part of thousands of chosen one souls on this divine journey together. This is not just a video. It's a time to align with God's plan. You've been holding on to dreams that are too big, haven't you? Dreams of a life that's full of purpose, influence, prosperity. Those dreams are not coincidences. They're God's plan for your future. He's pleading with you to keep them, to not let the doubt from the world quench their flame. Jeremiah 33 verse 3 instructs us, "Call to me and I will answer you and tell you great and unsearchable things you do not know." Your dreams are God's whispers, His promises taking root in your heart. Don't ignore them. They're the map to your divine destiny. The enemy will try to steal your focus. He'll throw distractions your way, busyness, fear, comparison. He understands the strength of a chosen one who is completely aware of their calling. But God's voice, stronger, clearer, everlasting. He's begging you to turn down the volume and hear Him. Remember Elijah, who heard God not in the earthquake or the wind, but in a soft voice. 1 Kings 19 verse 12 speaks to us about God's voice being soft, yet always accurate. Be quiet, the chosen one, and listen to what He has to say. Your life is a testimony waiting to be told. Every decision you make to trust God and move forward in faith is writing a page that will encourage others. Imagine this. A stranger observes your fearlessness and discovers their own. A friend sees your faith and it encourages them to believe again. Your family senses your peace and moves closer to God. God is asking you to live this testimony, to let your life be a shining proof of His love. Matthew 5 verse 14 states, "You are the light of the world." A town built on a hill cannot be hidden. Your light is meant to shine. Chosen one. Let me speak of the strength you didn't know you had. You've walked through circumstances that should have crushed you. Loss, rejection, betrayal. But you're still standing. Still believing, still hoping. That's not resilience alone. That's God's power in you. Philippians 4 verse 13 reminds us, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." God's begging you to see this strength, to acknowledge that it's His Spirit working, through you. You can't be stopped. You're not simply getting by. You're being molded into a warrior for His kingdom. The world will attempt to put you in a box, tell you who you are supposed to be, what you are supposed to want. But God's begging you to break out of those constraints. You weren't made to fit in. You were made to stand out. Think of Deborah, a prophetess and judge who ruled a nation while others trembled. Her courage was from God, not from the world's validation. Your courage, your calling comes from the same place. Don't dismiss this call to elevate, to be the leader God created you to be. You've been waiting for a sign, haven't you? Something to make you know you're going the right way, that God has not overlooked you. This message is that indication. God is pleading with you to acknowledge it, to notice His hand at this moment right now. Psalm 32 verse 8 states, "I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will counsel you with my loving eye on you." He's leading you, chosen one, with each word, each push, each beat. Trust Him. Take a step forward. Your destiny is greater than what you see before you. It's not only for your life. It's for the ripple effect you will make. Think of Paul, from persecutor to apostle, broadcasting God's love all over the world. His transformation wasn't about him. It was about the world. Your transformation is the same. God is asking you to take hold of it. Knowing your yes will rescue lives, alter fates, give hope to places you never knew existed. The enemy will try to tell you that you're too damaged, too imperfect, too mundane. But God's voice is stronger, voicing, you're His masterpiece, His chosen vessel, His beloved. Ephesians 2 verse 10 says, "We are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do." You're not a mistake. Chosen one. You're a miracle. God's begging of you to believe this, to walk in the truth of who you are. You've been holding on to a vision, a hope, a prayer that seems impossible. Perhaps it's a vision of financial freedom, a restored relationship, a life of influence. God is pleading with you to hang in there on that vision. It's not too big. It's precisely what He's designed for you. Habakkuk 2:3 states, "The vision awaits its appointed time. It hastens to the end. It will not lie." Your dreams are God's promises in disguise, and He's calling you to believe that they're on the way. Let's discuss the peace God's giving you. Not the shallow stuff that arrives and departs with circumstances, but a profound, unwavering peace that grounds you in any storm. John 16 verse 33 states, "In me, you will have peace. In this world, you will have trouble. But take heart. I have overcome the world." God is pleading with you to accept this peace, to allow it to anchor your heart, to realize that He has already won every fight you're in. Rest in Him, chosen one. You're not just a human being. You're a movement. Your life, your choices, your belief there, igniting something greater than you can imagine. Consider Mary Magdalene, who transitioned from demon-possessed to declaring the resurrection of Jesus. Her journey wasn't about healing. It was only starting there, affecting so many lives. Your journey is the same. God's begging you to realize its strength, to understand that your life will lead others to stand up, to believe, to glow. The world will attempt to quench your flame. It'll whisper to you to be quieter, smaller, less. But God's pleading with you to be bold, to be bright, to be unashamedly you. Your light is not for yourself. It's for all those who are lost in the dark. 1 Peter 2 verse 9 tells us, "You are a chosen people, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, God's special possession, that you may declare the praises of Him who called you out of darkness." Don't ignore this call. Chosen one, shine brighter than ever. You've known seasons of loneliness, times when you were alone, unseen. But God's pleading with you to see that you were never alone. He was there molding you, talking to you, loving you. Psalm 139 7-8 states, "Where can I go from your spirit? Where can I flee from your presence?" Even in your darkest hour, God was closer than your breath, readying you for this divine moment. Trust Him now, chosen one. He's begging you to recognize His presence. Your heart's been yearning for clarity, hasn't it? A clear path, a certain step, a sign that you're going the right direction. God's begging you to believe that He's already made the path clear. Proverbs 3 verses 5 to 6 tells us, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding, in all your ways submit to him. And he will direct your path straight." Your clarity is on the way, chosen one. As you lean into his guidance, you're carrying a gift the world is so desperate for. Perhaps it's your compassion, your wisdom, your courage. Whatever it is, it's of God and God's begging you to give it. Consider Barnabas, who gave what he had to help the early church, gaining the nickname Son of Encouragement. Your offerings, however insignificant they may appear, are mighty in the hands of God. Don't hold back, elect. Let them flow and see what God does. The enemy will try one final time to make you question. He'll remind you of your past, your shortcomings, your insecurities. But God's calling you to look to him instead. Your past isn't you. His promise is. Romans 8 verse 1 states, "There is now no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus." You're free, chosen one, free to move into the life God's prepared, free to be the light he's called you to be. Don't deny this freedom. Embrace it. Chosen ones. God's call is in your bones, a divine restlessness that refuses to release you. He's pleading with you to feel it, to let it sear out every question, every reserve. You felt it, haven't you? That irritable tug, that quiet voice telling you that you were created for something remarkable. This isn't an emotion. It's God himself imploring, along with you to enter the expanse of his design. Your life is a divine spark. And he's encouraging you to let it burn. Let's discuss the walls you encountered. Not the ones constructed of stone, but the ones erected from fear, rejection, or failure. They've towered over you, in your way, questioning whether you can continue. But God is begging you to look at those walls for what they are, illusions. Joshua 6 verse 20 speaks of walls collapsing at the sound of faith-filled cries. Your faith, your trust in God can destroy every obstacle. He's begging you to use his truth, to move forward, to see those walls collapse. You've shouldered things that weren't yours to bear. Expectations from other people, guilt over past decisions, anxiety over tomorrow. God looks upon all and he's asking you to lay them at his feet. 1 Peter 5 verse 7 writes, "Cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you." They're heavy loads, but his love is greater. Let go, chosen one. Have faith that God's got you, that he's pleading for you to walk unburdened into the freedom he's prepared. The world will try to drown out his voice. It'll fill your days with noise, constant tasks, momentary distractions, voices telling you that you're not enough. But God's urging you to hear more closely. His voice is constant, distinct, forever. Remember Samuel, a kid who heard God's voice at night when everyone else was sleeping. 1 Samuel 3 verse 10 reveals him answering, "Speak, for your servant is listening." Be like Samuel, chosen one. Calm your heart and hear what God's saying. He's begging you to pay attention. Your life is a seed sown in heaven's soil. You may feel concealed, forgotten, that nothing is taking place, but God is begging you to have faith in the working that is occurring below the surface. Each prayer, each exercise of faith, every act of submission is germinating. Isaiah 55:11 declares, "My word that goes out from my mouth. It will not return to me empty. Your labor is not in vain. They're creating a harvest. God's calling you to continue planting, to have faith in the thing you cannot yet see. The enemy will attempt to discourage you. He'll bring up old wounds, old failures, old fears. But God is begging you to recognize that you're not that person anymore. 2 Corinthians 5 verse 17 says, "If anyone is in Christ, the new creation has come. The old has gone. The new is here." You're not who you used to be, chosen one. You're who you are because of God's promise. He's begging you to live as the new creation that you are, to let go of the old. You've got a mission that shakes the heavens. It's not little, not normal. It's a heavenly task that only you can bear. Reflect on Jonah, who fled from God's call but could not flee it. His submission, after refusing to submit, saved a city. Your submission, your yes, can save lives, change destinies, bring light to the darkest corners. God is asking you to accept this mission so you can understand that your life is worth more than you could ever dream. Stop for a moment and make a vow. Comment 777 below. It's a sacred ritual, a means of telling the heavens you're prepared for God's plan. Then like this and subscribe and join thousands of chosen one souls unified. This is your time to join God's movement, to say yes to His invitation. Let's discuss the promises God's written on your heart. Those dreams you've kept close, those hopes you've prayed over, they're not coincidental. They're God's vision for your tomorrow. He's pleading with you to believe in them, to not allow doubt steal what He's promised. Numbers 23:19 declares, "God is not human that He should lie, not a human being, that He should change His mind." Your promises are secure. Chosen one. Trust them. Step toward them. God's pleading for you to hold fast. You've faced moments of loneliness, haven't you? Times when it seemed no one comprehended, as if you were pacing alone. But God's begging you to know He's been with you every step. Deuteronomy 31 verse 6 declares, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be terrified or fearful, because the Lord your God is with you." You're never alone, dear chosen one. His presence is your courage, your comfort, your compass. He's calling you to sense Him now, to have faith that He's nearer than before. Your faith is a sword the enemy cannot overcome. It's not boisterous or flashy. It's consistent, persistent, unbeatable. Remember Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who were threatened with a fiery furnace but refused to waver in faith. Daniel 3 verse 25 reveals a fourth presence in the fire, God Himself. Your faith summons God into your fight, chosen one. He's pleading with you to use it, to believe it, to know no flame can burn you when He stands with you. The world will do everything in its power to make you conform, to mold you into its shape, but God's begging you to step out, to be the unique individual He made. You don't have to fit in. You must stand out. Romans 12 verse 2 reminds you, "Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." Your transformation is your power, chosen one. God's pleading with you to accept it. To allow your difference to shine, to exist as His work of art. You've been asking for answers, haven't you? For clarity, for guidance, for a breakthrough. God's pleading with you to understand that the answers are already en route. John 16 verse 24 reminds us, "Ask and you will receive and your joy will be complete." Your prayers aren't going into space. They're shaking the very foundations. Have faith that God's working even when you can't see it. He's begging you to continue praying, to continue believing, to continue expecting. Your life is a bridge between heaven and earth. Every decision you make, every move you make joins the eternal with the temporary. Consider John the Baptist who paved the way for Jesus with his voice. His faith, his obedience. Your life does the same. Chosen one, God's pleading with you to understand this, to realize that your actions flow into eternity. That your faith clears the path for others to discover Him. The enemy will seek to make you feel small, insignificant, such as your life doesn't count, but God is begging you to realize the truth. You are a cornerstone in His kingdom. 1 Corinthians 3 verse 16 tells us, "Don't you know that you yourselves are God's temple and that God's Spirit dwells in your midst? You carry His presence, chosen one. You're not small. You're sacred. God's pushing you to stand tall, to know your worth, to live as His dwelling place. You've survived seasons of pruning. Times when God peeled away what no longer had purpose for you. It stung, didn't it? Loss of relationships, of dreams, of comforts. But God's crying out for you to recognize the value in the pain. John 15 verse 2 states, "Every branch that bears fruit, He prunes so that it will be even more fruitful." Your pruning wasn't punishment. It was preparation. He's crying out for you to have faith in the process, to know that new growth is on the way. Your heart's been crying out for connection, for a sense of belonging. God's asking you to know you already possess it in Him. Psalm 27 verse 10 states, "Though my father and mother forsake me, the Lord will receive me." You're not a stranger, beloved, you're family. His love is your home, your anchor, your safe haven. He's asking you to rest in that love, to have it fill all the empty spaces, to believe you're never alone. You're walking around with a vision that feels impossible. A dream that is too much for this world. God pleading with you that it's not too much for Him. Ephesians 3 verse 20, "To Him who is able, to accomplish far more than we ever dream or ask." Your vision is God's plea, His call to enter into something bigger. Don't pull back, chosen one. He's pleading with you to dream bigger, to trust deeper, to walk bolder. The world will attempt to draw you into its turmoil, its fears, its wars, its noise. But God's pleading with you to remain planted in His peace. Colossians 3 verse 15 states, "Let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts." That peace is your armor, your power, your pilot. He's urging you to cling to it, to let it direct your path, to trust that His peace is greater than any tempest. You're not merely living day by day. You're constructing for all of time. Each step of faith, each act of surrender, is adding bricks to a legacy that will survive you. Imagine David, whose psalms continue to comfort millions of years later. Your life, blessed one, is penning a tale just as timeless. God's pleading with you to keep writing, to have faith that every word, every step counts more than you can understand. Blessed ones, God's voice is a light in your heart, piercing the haze of this world with a beauty that insists upon your notice. He's asking you to look at the divine way He set before you. A path lined not with fear, but with promise. You've known it, haven't you? That gut-moving, that unshakable knowledge that your life contains a purpose greater than the world's intention for your life. This isn't something passing through your mind. It's God Himself asking you to seize the destiny He's ordained in the stars. Don't ignore this. Your life is a sacred assignment, and He's calling you to live it boldly. Speaking of times that you doubted yourself, when you'd stare in the mirror and question whether or not you're enough, whether you have what it takes. God's watching every doubt, every question, and He's pleading with you to believe His vision of you. Isaiah 43 verse 1 declares, "Do not fear, for I have redeemed you. I have summoned you by name. You are mine." You're not your insecurities, chosen one. You're defined by God's calling. He's begging you to see yourself as He sees you, chosen, beloved, unstoppable. You've trod paths others wouldn't dare. The risks you've taken, the sacrifices you've made, the times you've chosen faith over comfort, they've made a difference. Consider Rahab, a woman with a past who put everything on the line to save God's spies. Her faith transformed her from an outcast to a hero in God's narrative. Your decisions, your bravery are doing the same. God's pleading with you to continue making these choices of faith, to understand that each step you take is carving your name in His eternal plan. The world will attempt to lure you into its rhythm, its hustle, its tension, its constant demands, but God is begging you to dance to His beat instead. His timing is perfect. His pace is steady. His plan is sure. Psalm 37:7 tells us, "Be still before the Lord and wait patiently for Him." Your waiting isn't wasted, chosen one. It's sacred. God's begging you to trust His rhythm. To know that every pause is preparing you for the breakthrough He's orchestrating. You've had a flame burning that's more intense in the dark. It's not boisterous or flashy. It's hushed, consistent, undeniable. That flame is God's presence in you, illuminating the path when the rest of it gets lost. Consider the Israelites.